boss. Away from a promotion push with Blackburn Rovers and into the fire of a relegation battle. Can he lead Derby to safety on their return to the Championship after Paul Ward had led them to promotion last season? For Queen's Park Rangers, 2 months ago their fear was they might fall out of the division. Now they're believing they can rise out of it. A sensational run of form that has seen them go from bottom to 12, just 6 points from the playoffs. Marti Cifuentes makes 2 changes from the team which started Tuesday night's agonising defeat at Coventry. Defender Jimmy Dunn, who has 4 league goals this season, makes his 150th appearance for the club. The changes see 18-year-old Min Hyuk Yang, on loan from Tottenham, come in to make his first start since joining. Elias Chair also starts operating just behind Michael Frey, with Jonathan Varane, the other player, to come in. Well, as for John Eustace, he makes 4 alterations from the side that started at Oxford on Tuesday as he selects his first Derby starting 11. The changes see Ryan Nyambe, Jerry Yates and Marcus Harness, who scored when the sides met in the reverse fixture, all come back into the team, as too does Ben Osborne. And in doing so, he makes the 350th appearance of his league career. When the sides met back in October, Derby came out on top with a 2-0 win at Pride Park. 2 goals in as many second-half minutes from Curtis Nelson and Marcus Harness, winning the points. But much has changed since then. So Min Hyuk Yang, 3 substitute appearances for him before tonight, after joining the club on loan from Tottenham. But this evening, he starts for the very first time. County all change this week, and a return to the starting lineup for Jerry Yates. 7 Championship goals for him so far this season, and it gives you an indication of some of the struggles Derby have had in this return to the second tier. He's their top scorer by 3 goals, just 7 scored himself. Much talk for so long that Derby need to improve their attacking output. John Eustace just treading across the turf there to acknowledge the Derby County supporters that have made the journey down to the capital this evening. Finished his playing career with Derby County. And there's much talk that perhaps with his family being close to Derby, that was the reason why he made the option, the decision to come back down to the club. But he said that wasn't the reason. He's excited about the prospect of developing Derby, building for the future. A hint or two that he wasn't too happy with the way that things were working at Ewood Park. So we're all set to get underway on this Friday night under the lights at Loftus Road. Queen's Park Rangers, well, now they're thinking of a push for the playoffs, something they could not have been considering back in November when they were anchored to the foot of the table. It's going to be interesting to see how Derby sets up. There is a possibility that it could be a 3 as opposed to a 4. Looks very much as if it is what we went with initially. Thump on by Clark. Six wins from 7 here at home for Queen's Park Rangers. It is a difficult assignment for John Eustace in the first game in charge. Stoked by Varane, but doesn't prove to be costly. And Championship games without a win for Derby, but they did pick up a point in midweek. They took on Oxford United. Surge out of defence by Ronnie Edwards, and he's left hurt from that challenge that came in on him. On loan from Southampton, as well from the National League to the Championship, having grew at Barnet and played for Peterborough as well. It's a robust challenge on him by Ibu Adams. one which is cut out. And a chance for Derby to break forwards here. Here's Ben Osborne. He flights it forward. Chase on here for Harness, but he runs out of room and he's doubled up on there. But Derby looking to be positive here. And we talked about the long-term vision of the club. It was a decision made which has created plenty of headlines, plenty of chat, plenty of opinion. Did a fantastic job in his relatively short time at Blackburn. Derby going has got really tough. Victory over West Brom on Boxing Day. Since then, they've had some difficult opposition. Really struggled. They've picked up just 2 points in that time. A really good run at home in the first half of the season, but the fixtures loaded with some of the bigger sides coming to Pride Park as we turn from 2024 into 2025. Lang struggling to keep the ball in play, and he's just unable to. For Derby last season, scored 9 goals as they won promotion. They're going to have to start picking up results quickly, Derby. Just outside of the relegation zone, but so many teams embroiled in that battle to survive. So there, but it was good work. Now the ball loose in midfield. Varane onto it for Queen's Park Rangers. Cifuentes said that it was a long trip back home after that late defeat against Coventry. His players unhappy at how it transpired, but he admired the fact that his side weren't settling for a point on the night. They were looking to try and win the game, which he says is what successful teams would do. So they lost 1 point. Hopefully that mentality is going to earn them many more. Lang. She's on the line to find Jerry Yates. He's one of the Derby scorers the last time they won a championship game. Victory over West Brom. Ball angled into the penalty area. Salverson able to just work it out to the far side. Encouraging start though for Derby, and they're on the move once again here, but it was a heavy touch by Callum Elder. Has to be swept away by Paul Nardi. Eustace said organisation, structure and a group of players willing to do anything for each other and the fans is what Derby need in this situation. Keen to build that team identity, to build a spirit amongst his players. to get going after what had been a crazy few days. Pass seeking to find Chair, and Harness now looking to find the end of that for Derby. Osborne snapping away. Stage last year, Queen's Park Rangers found themselves in a similar position to the one in which Derby are now. They were in 22nd, just 29 points, which is exactly the number Derby have. It's a really stirring second half to the campaign from Martí Cifuentes' side, and it looks as if they're finding their momentum once again. 6 points outside the playoff places. They can move up to 11th tonight. Harness keeps it inside, finds Mendes Lang. Kenneth Powell has tracked him across the pitch. Now Harness, who's been bright in these early minutes. Elder looks to cross, he almost managed to sneak it through, but Queen's Park Rangers managed to smuggle it away. Just struggling to make it stick at the moment, Queen's Park Rangers. The ball keeps on coming back. Look to break forwards, and more progress made. The youngster, Hyuk Yang, have been named on the Tottenham Hotspur bench a few times for Premier League games at the turn of the year, with the injury crisis being faced by Ange Postecoglou. Dispossessed, and in his attempts to win the ball back makes the challenge. Yang, which Queen's Park Rangers here a free kick. They're going to work it short into Chair. Something that Derby have not managed to do during this run of games in which they failed to pick up a victory is to score the first goal. They haven't scored first in any of their last 9 games. Conceded first in 8 successive matches before that 0-0 draw against Oxford in midweek. Tendency to put themselves into difficult situations. Misplaced by some way. Jonathan Varane. 2 changes to the Queen's Park Rangers team here tonight. He did come on as a substitute against Coventry. Park Rangers fans singing the name of Bobby Zamora. These two sides met in the playoff final in 2014. Bobby Zamora winning the game in stoppage time at Wembley with a fabulous goal. pushes the ball long. Foray forwards, really, for Queen's Park Rangers so far tonight. There's Yang. And the cross can come in, but it's a disappointing delivery in it. It's cleared away by Osborne. On the scamper, manages to keep it in play. Chair so often draws attention, and Queen's Park Rangers here with plenty of players forward. Frustration for Kokai Sato. Poked into him by Chair. He turned so sharply. So he's become a firm favourite amongst the Derby fans, just holding him up. A game that's still settling into a rhythm. Into the evening, but Queen's Park Rangers have had 57% of the ball. It perhaps doesn't feel as if they've had as much of it as that. There's Nyambe under pressure by Sato immediately. Flicked around the corner by Mendez Lang, who gets away from Jerry Yates. And Varane, Andrew Adams giving away a free kick. Such a combative figure in the Derby midfield. To the edge of the Derby penalty area. Flipped across. Langas was just out-muscled there, but it runs through to Jakob Vidal-Zetterstrom in the Derby goal. Away from Osborne. Yates finds Mendez Lang. With players herring forward, in comes the cross. It breaks on the edge of the area to Osborne. Careful look towards the referee, inquiring about a penalty, but play goes on. Here's Adams. Osborne. He's going to be paused here. Osborne didn't seem too happy about it, but it is his teammate, Lars Jorgen Salversen, who's down. We'll see how it happened here. Steve Cook. It wasn't Steve Cook who came in with the challenge, it was Sam Field, but either way, Salversen left hurt. He's got one goal so far since arriving at Derby County, as John Eustace takes the chance to just give some instruction to his players. Derby off the back of a season in which he scored a dozen goals for Viking in Norway. So Sondre Langas from the same club. It was an undisclosed fee, but the talk is that Derby fronted up around 4 million to bring Sondre Langas to the club. Tap by Paul. Zato, right from him, but unable to retain possession. Strong challenge comes in on Varane to dispossess Harness. Lang. It's up with Yates. He's got Varane for company. Back to Nyambe. Lang turning inside well, looking to thread one forward for Yates. Through the gears there by Mendes Lang, but then just unable to find the pass he was looking for. Layoff. Michael Frey, who's struggled to get in the game so far. Check of the head from him. He's been Rangers' top scorer this season, with 7 goals, 6 of which have come in the Championship. Here is Frey now, trying to bulldoze his way through. Chance to strike for Chair. Magnificent! Oh, what a hit! Out of absolutely nothing, Elias Chair electrifies Loftus Road. There aren't many better strikers of a ball in the Championship. It is an absolute beauty to put Queen's Park Rangers ahead here. Getting away from Adams, he just had his pocket picked by Chair, and then Frey, as I mentioned, bulldozing his way through the challenges. But what a strike that is. Pure instincts from Chair, knew exactly where the goal was, and on the turn just fired it beyond the considerable reach of Zetterstrom, right into the corner. Queen's Park Rangers, who have struggled to find a rhythm here this evening, now have the lead. That's woken everybody up inside Loftus Road. scored a goal in the Championship so far this season. He has ended that in some style. Mendez-Lang, deflection on the cross, comfortable for Nardi. Sent forward, Queen's Park Rangers with their tails up here. Free kick given against Yang. He felt he didn't do anything wrong there. Looked a bit soft as Callum Elder went down. Better look here. He's done nothing wrong there, has he? Elder going down far too easily, and David Webb, the referee, buys it. Road awash with noise. This would have been encouraged by what his side had shown in the opening 21 minutes before that strike. Oh, a test of their character once again. This character, he says, needs his players to find. For a 10th successive game. Of course, we should remember that one of the games finished 0-0, but for a 10th successive game, Derby have not scored the opening goal in the Championship game. 9 out of those 10, they have fallen behind. Down the line. One away win for Derby so far this season. It came at Coventry back in November. Games so far this season, when Derby have fallen behind, they come back to win any of them. 4 draws and 14 defeats. In the moments Elias Chair gave us. Derby responds here. Goes on. To Mendez-Lang again. It seems as if Derby favouring this right-hand side in the first half. Been such a remarkable uptick in form for Queen's Park Rangers since the 27th of November. Only Leeds, Sheffield United and Burnley, the Championship's top 3, have picked up more points than Martin Cifuentes' side in that time. Could have the gap to the playoff places down to just 3 points. they are victorious here tonight. They do have a very difficult set of fixtures on the horizon. They go to Fratton Park next weekend to take on Portsmouth, who are, of course, battling away to try and keep their championship status. But then after that, Sheffield United, West Brom, Middlesbrough and Leeds. They'll have a good idea of where they're going to be come the end of the season once they've got that run of games out of the way. And 4 of those sides that I mentioned in the top 9 of the championship. Favourably here, but it's lifted over the top. It was a really good opportunity which came the way of Ebu Adams. Who knows, he should have made more of it. Just found himself in a pocket of space. Ball perhaps just took a little long to come down. He's been chipping in with goals this season, 4 of them. He is Derby's second top championship scorer. Nothing there to concern Paul Nardi. Oxford in the week, Derby County, and they have 58% possession, which was their second highest in a game this season, and they really restricted Oxford as well. They were only able to offer 1 attempt on target. Of course, with news beginning to develop around the arrival of John Eustace, it was only 7 days since Paul Warne was relieved of his duties. Away with Trevison looking to pounce. Well, he'll be happy that his side are ahead, but he might not be too happy with the performance so far. Martí Cifuentes. Of magic is what separates the teams. That aside, in the opening half an hour, they have rarely troubled Derby. Wednesday, the only side in the last 7 games to come here and win. A long time since Derby recovered from conceding an opening goal in a championship game. To win a match, of course, they've had their season away from the championship as well. The last time they managed to do so wasn't too far from here, down the road at Fulham, back in April 2022. Crowded scene inside the 6-yard box. 13 set-piece goals for Derby so far this season, and they might get another here, maybe. Whistle had gone. There's plenty. Only one inside that penalty area. It was Clark who was penalised. Did have a clear hold on the shirt of Cook. Away by Clark. Does feel like one of those nights when it might be more of a battle. Frey's effort! And he wasn't too far away. Claps his hands together. An audacious attempt to catch out Jakob Zetterstrom. See just how close this was on the turn. Isn't enough for Zetterstrom to be flinging himself to his left. We've had one moment to take the breath away. We almost had a second. Progress made on the far side by Dunn, but he's cut out. Queens Rangers, though, remain in possession. Chair. The clattering of seats as people stand up as he gets the ball. Chance for two, and it's two for Queens Park Rangers. Koki Saito with the goal. Ilias Chair involved once again. Home is proving to be a very happy place once again for Queens Park Rangers. Joy for Koki Saito. Huge frustration for John Eustace and for Derby County. Well, just look at the room that Chair had here. It wasn't the best of balls out to him, but immediately driving towards goal, firing in across Zetterstrom. Well, all he could do was push it out right into the danger area. Saito had the composure to take a touch, and then he fires it high and into the roof of the net. Just the second championship goal of the season for him. And Derby County have got it all to do on this first night under John Eustace. Derby will feel they haven't done a lot wrong here. They find themselves 2-0 down. And Zetterstrom unable to prevent a corner here. They have to gather themselves. Have to stay in this game. Mentioned how strong Derby are from set pieces. So too, though, are Queens Park Rangers. 13 goals themselves from these kind of situations. And a back across goal, and it's flicked away. First time effort comes in. Clark gets his head to it. Mendes Lang trying to burst away, but prevented from doing so. Singing the name of Marty Cifuentes. Is he leading Queens Park Rangers on a charge to the playoffs? They're on the charge forward here. Saito looks inside, sees his shot deflected. The corner is all that it will be. Derby looking a bit ragged here defensively. Wide open spaces to run into. Saito able to squeeze his shot through. Kenneth Paul to take this corner. To the front post it goes, the header just wide. Chances continue to come for Queen's Park Rangers. Frustration for Steve Cook, who met it well. Just couldn't glance it on target. Well, a bad night for Derby County would actually see them drop down into the relegation zone, out of it at the moment on goal difference, but a 3-goal defeat. Let's see them slip into 22nd. Won't get worse before it gets better for Derby County. Queen's Park Rangers want a free kick. David Webb plays the advantage. Still to have an attempt on target here this evening. Derby County in the attempts ramping up. On that man side, 7 they've had now in this first half. Saito inside, looking for Frey. Thumped out to the far side, seeking on his first start for Queen's Park Rangers, doesn't quite get to him. What must he be thinking? Moments of magic. Put his side behind. Second goal following from Koki Saito. Can Derby find a way to half the deficit before half-time? Elder sweeps it in. Mendes-Lang strike takes the deflection, which sees it divert behind. And he was scrambling across his line. Really good work by Callum Elder. Watch this run forward here. There he picks up possession. Sweeps in that cross. Mendes-Lang caught it flush. Big deflection on it. Was it veering in? Might well have been dragging wide. Derby have to settle for a set-piece situation. Elder comes across to take. comes, it's flicked away by Frey. As far as Harness on the edge of the area, but the ball got away from him. Zetterstrom retreated towards his goal, but then stepped forward to deal with that. Here's Chet. Queen's Park Rangers in half with a flourish, not on this occasion. For the challenge on Yates, the groans around Loftus Road. Edwards penalised. The free kick, and Wood stooping, not dealing with it. Scrambled behind for another Derby corner. Convincing defending here. Edwards seemed unsure what to do under pressure from Salverson. The corner, away in front of Paul Nardi, who stands and hesitates and watches that one drop through to him. Salverson able to get a touch on it. Ready. There will be a bit of added time here in this first half. 3 more minutes bolted on. Izzy making notes, plenty to address at half-time. John Eustace, who knew the challenge he was walking into. Forwards, but Lingus got himself in the way and chipping away. Okay, Saito, and he gives away the free kick. Forward by Chen, met by Clark. Jonathan Varane in the final seconds of the first half, and he's gone down to the turf. Might just have been instructed there by the referee of how close we were to the whistle. And there it is, half-time at Loftus Road. Ilias Chair illuminating this contest with a brilliant strike on 21 minutes. As he struck from the edge of the area, and then Kwekai Sato doubling Queen's Park Rangers' lead on 35 as he pounced at close range after Jakob Zetterstrom had pushed the ball out into the heart of the Derby penalty area. Not the start that John Eustace was hoping for in his first game in charge of Derby County. Half-time score, Queen's Park Rangers 2, Derby County 0. Welcome back to Loftus Road, where Queen's Park Rangers have a 2-goal lead over Derby County. Brilliant goal from Ilias Chair, then followed by Hisato's close-range effort. Derby County yet again falling behind in a championship game. 9 out of the last 10 they have done so. They haven't shown too much to suggest they might be able to get something from this game. But 45 minutes for them to work with, and a first half-time team talk by John Eustace. Elements of the performance he'll be happy with, you would think. Going forwards, they just haven't offered a great deal. A couple of half chances. They made a change at half-time. Tom Barkhuizen coming on. What kind of a difference can he make in this second period? He's took the place off Lars Jorgen Salverson, the player who was leading the line in the first half. He did pick up a knock towards the end of it, and perhaps that's the reason why he is not continuing in this game. That change will see Jerry Yates move into the central striking position. Here's Frey, threads it through, and a chance here for Queen's Park Rangers to make it 3, but the offside flag has been raised. Eyes would have lit up there for a moment for Yang, who's so keen to make an impression, to show the crowd what he can do here on his first start. Just went a little too early, but it was very, very close. So can Derby play their way back into this game? Now they would be out of the relegation zone on goals scored. They would have the same goal difference as Hull City. So tight down at the bottom of the table. Plymouth starting to make a move in recent weeks. They've really eaten up the gap that they had to hunt down and put away to safety. They were a long way detached, but now not even bottom of the table after Luton fell there in midweek. The questions that will come, John Eustace, after making the decision to lead a team that were in the playoff hunt, in the playoff places, for a team that have got a difficulty in front of them to stay in the championship on their return to the division after winning promotion from League One last season. After Strong, a bit of hesitation there, and in the end, between him and Nyambe, they do manage to get the ball away. First half in which Derby failed to have an attempt on target. First half in which they did have more of the ball. Forward battling away. Pressed up now by Osborne, tight to the touchline. Doesn't quite work out for him. Chair flicks it forward. Ross comes in, touch too high. And Jimmy Dunn, the physicality to keep this Queen's Park Rangers attack alive. Cook sweeps in across. Adams got a good ball out to find Mendes Lang. Just touched out of play, but Derby working their way down the pitch. Anfield. So both managers in their technical area. John Eustace imploring harder work, more effort from his team, more pressure, force those mistakes, get back on the ball. There's Sondra Langas, now Ben Osborne. 350th league appearance of his career tonight for Ben Osborne. Clark looks to strike it long and strikes the back of Ben Osborne's head instead. Side creeping higher and higher up the championship table, closing that gap on the top six. Looking good for them so far this evening. It's going to be difficult to prepare for this game because, of course, no footage of a John Eustace Derby team, but it's the work that he's done elsewhere, and that can maybe give you an inkling as to how he might set up his side. Harness, Adams, all the way through, Gray. Just gets away from Yang. Nyambe. There's Lang. Adams pushes it forwards, and Yates will keep it in play here. Don't really need too much, but he does manage to find Ben Osborne. Now Harness. Nonsense defending by Jimmy Dunn. Get that ball away from his goal. I'm afraid battling to try and make something of it, but Angas stands his ground. Frey working hard, and he picks the pocket of Ebu Adams, and Queen's Park Rangers can come forward again. Brilliant attacking play by Michael Frey. Chair urged to shoot once more. Straight down the barrel, though. Oh, Jakob Zellerstrom. Must have been fearing the worst here, Zetterstrom, after the one that flew past him in the first half, but a good clean claim there by the goalkeeper. Good work by Frey. So ball back for his team. To his goalkeeper, who's been quiet tonight. Paul Nardi hasn't had a great deal to do. Frey wins the header, but an awkward one for Dunn, and awkward in turn for Edwards. All a bit scrappy. Adams for Derby. There's Lang. He's had the ball at his feet plenty of times. Now, can he work the better of Powell here? Powell slides in. The ball's still not away. Here's Barkhuizen, and he turns and just tries to help it towards goal. It's just going to run off for a goal kick. Better from Derby. Give them some hope. Harness here, seeing his effort, I think, initially blocked, but then Barkhuizen on the swivel. Couldn't really engineer too much from it. It was cut out by Edwards initially, then a hand on it from Nardi. Maybe he is the best avenue here for Derby to get back in this game, if they can get the ball at his feet and to find ways to get the better of Kenneth Powell. Now, big opportunity here, rolled across goal, it's 3! And it's Chair once again. Yang the provider. And Queen's Park Rangers are coasting now. Just as Derby maybe were beginning to threaten, to believe that they could work a way back into this game, that door has been slammed shut. And having not scored a championship goal all season, Ilias Chair has 2 tonight. Header well won initially, and then there was Yang to roll it across, and it was such a clever finish from Chair. The ball getting underneath him, but he managed to flick it towards goal. Flick it with venom as well. There was nothing that Zetterstrom could do. Sato winning the first. Had a lovely touch inside by Yang. And he just cut that ball back across and found Chair. Queen's Park Rangers 3, Derby County 0. First night, a charge that is getting worse and worse for John Eustace, who was beaten here Only 10 days ago when he was in charge of Blackburn. It's a familiar feeling for him in that technical area. That new manager bounce is going to spring into life immediately. Chair pushes it on and then makes a burst in front. Cook. How good a night could it prove to be for Queen's Park Rangers? In comes the cross, header away. Comes from Langas. Third Queen's Park Rangers goal. As it stands, is sending Derby County into the relegation zone. A couple of changes being prepared. Kieran Morgan and Paul Smith set to come on, and Derby are going to make a change as well. Kenzo Houtmijn is going to come on for them. Who had started the last 13 championship games, but found himself selected on the bench here tonight as John Eustace rang the changes, making 4 in total on the side, which picked up a point against Oxford in midweek. Just 18 years of age, only made his senior debut back in October, but he's a player that's really impressed. And that just sums up Derby's night as Ben Osborne just flicks that one out of play. And neatly worked in his field. Well done. It's really cut up on this near side as Field tries to furrow a way through. Room for Varane, who sweeps it out to find Yang. Rangers fans enjoying what they're seeing from him. Now Dunn. Field, he's going to have a go. It hits Adams. Clark just flicks it away. Dunn caught late there by Harness. Accidental, just a little late on the scene. Night is going to come to an end. Warm applause for him all around Loftus Road. And that's a sign of the performances to come between now and the end of the season. Queen's Park Rangers have made a very shrewd acquisition to bring him to the club. Lead on that third goal. Here comes Paul Smith and Kieran Morgan set to come on as well. Sam Field is going to depart. Just a bit of reorganising going on. Kieran Morgan coming on with a message. Derby not making their change just yet. Two players around the ball. English chair. Expect to take command of this situation. Indeed he does. In it comes now, but it's flicked away. And comes back in. Edwards. Sato. Twisting, turning, looking for space. Finds Edwards, gets it back from him. Gets the better of Mendes-Lang. Really good shift there by Sato, and he was caught as he looked across. Mendes-Lang is going to be the first player shown a yellow card this evening. Lovely change of direction there by Sato, and then Mendes-Lang just going in for that tackle a touch too late. A set-piece opportunity here for Martí Cifuentes' side. Comes towards the front post, it's 4. And it's Ronnie Edwards with his first Queen's Park Rangers goal. And their night just gets better and better. It's a rout of Derby County here. And yet again, Queen's Park Rangers striking from a set-piece scenario for the 14th time this season. Derby players looking all around. This night has got away from them, and got away from them badly. Kenneth Powell's delivery, so difficult to deal with. It was right on the money. And there was Edwards just in front of the far post. It clipped off the head of the keeper, Jakob Zetterstrom. Queen's Park Rangers' form here at home will go on for another night. Well on course now to make it 7 wins from 8 as their climb up the championship table continues. Who do you fancy coming on into this situation? Kenzo Houtmijn. Caden Jackson also on. Mendes-Lang departs, as too there's Ben Osborne. New manager bounce. There's been a new manager crash here this evening. Derby's last 8 permanent managers all avoided defeat in their first game in charge, all the way back to Nigel Pearson in August 2016. That is not going to be the case tonight for a man who made a big decision to leave Blackburn Rovers and take up the offer at hand from Derby County. And those supporters, well, they might just be fearing what is to come this season. Millwall, Middlesbrough, Blackburn, the 3 games that follow that Blackburn game. It's going to be very interesting. It will be played at Pride Park. There might be a bit of hostility towards John Eustace from the end of Pride Park that day. Fans enjoying their evening and enjoying a taunt or two towards John Eustace. Chair goes down. Queen's Park Rangers free kick. And the Derby just want to be over here, but there's plenty of it still to go. 22 minutes of the 90 still to play. Plenty to ponder for all involved at Derby County. Put Derby to the sword here tonight. It's been a disappointing second half performance for sure from Derby. In comes the free kick. Chair. Moran. Into on his near side. Ronda comes out of it the worse off. His side were 4-0 up. Cifuentes trotting away into his coaching staff. Saita, now Frey. Goes for goal, tried to catch out Zetterstrom there. Not an easy keeper to catch out given his height. Chair was wanting to know why it didn't come his way. Maybe that was the intention and he just didn't quite catch it how he was hoping. Chair in all kinds of room inside the penalty area, and Frey getting that one wrong. He was indicating there that he was trying to find Chair. Changes being made by Queen's Park Rangers, an opportunity to save the legs a little for a couple of players maybe and give some minutes to others. Alfie Lloyd set to come on. Thumped away by Nardi. Zetterstrom right on the edge of his area, just about got that one right. Ball out to the far side to find Jackson, who's acting with urgency. In comes the cross. It's dealt with by Dunn. Not too many. Had a lot of change out of Jimmy Dunn in aerial situations. Madsen, the two players who are going to come on. No hat-trick tonight for Ilias Chair. Wonderful first goal. Set Queen's Park Rangers on their way here tonight. He looks frustrated. He wanted the opportunity to go and get a third. This was his first. There was nothing that Jakob Zetterstrom could do about it. And then with the help of Min Hyuk Yang, he swept home his second of the night to put Queen's Park Rangers into a 3-0 lead. Continue to get the goals from Ilias Chair. On the run in this season, Michael Frey also departing, and he was again making the point there down in the dugout that he was trying to find Chair with that ball that he looked to play across goal a few minutes ago but got wrong. Awkward for Zetterstrom, who does reasonably well. Lloyd making a nuisance of himself, but pulled back.
Keep going, yeah!
Just skews that one towards the touchline. And perhaps did Derby a favour there by keeping it in play, because they're looking to come forward here and at least make the scoreline look a little more respectable. Hoopmine. No nonsense by Dunn. Barkhuizen's cross. Doesn't get on the end of it initially, but he's there to pick up the loose ball. Hoopmine, he's going to have a go. Gets away from Nardi. Those hands haven't been stung too many times tonight, that's for sure. Doesn't quite find its way in behind, cut out by Palm now. Marcus Harness. Have 8 days to evaluate this, John Eustace, before Derby are in action again when they host Millwall next Saturday lunchtime. Hoopmine. It's been bright since coming on. Surprised to not be involved from the start tonight. He's started the last 13 games. Callum Elder down at the moment. Challenge from Paul Smith, and there was a bit of a contact on his knee there. A good night for those Derby County supporters. his coaching staff with him to Derby County, Gardner and Keith Downing. To help it on. One cut out. Queen's Park Rangers seeking a 5th goal here. Varane sees the gap and steps into it. Looking towards the penalty area, doesn't see an obvious ball, so just rolls it to Cook, threads it into the area. Continuing his run forwards here. And rolled across. Would have been a good ball if anyone had been there. Queen's Park Rangers a test over the next 4 or 5 games. Sheffield United, West Brom, Middlesbrough and Leeds all back-to-back after their trip to Fratton Park next weekend. All teams in the top 9. Strike comes in here and race on to prevent a corner. A change coming for Queen's Park Rangers, and that change is going to see Liam Morrison introduced. Cifuentes using his full allocation of substitutes. A couple still available to John Eustace here. Bookmine. Doesn't clear it away. Clark trying to make something of the loose ball. Fired towards goal and steered wide by the stretching Jerry Yates. Nothing's going Derby's way. The ball bouncing around inside the penalty area. Yates showing good striker's instinct to just drop into an area of space and remain there, not get drawn to the ball. Hoping it would come his way, perhaps wishes that he hadn't done so. A shake of the head, an opportunity spurned. And Steve Cook can rest those legs up for the final few minutes. A 4th successive start for him tonight. His return from a foot injury that had kept him out. Challenge coming for Derby as well on this forgettable night for them. Emerson Armstrong is going to come on loan from Everton. Harness helps it on Yates. Harness continued his run and he'll get there first as well. Noddy retreating back to his goal. Elder plays it towards the back post, and Adams or Jackson could make something from it. Very quickly off his line, but not quick enough, and he was keen to get back there. It was ball in, and it was Adams who got his head on it. Replaced Armstrong on. A handful of games for Everton this season. It's now just his third appearance in Derby colours. Not a great situation for the 18-year-old to come into here. So Derby on 2 championship teams without a victory in 2025. The other Luton. That began with hope, but a night that will end with Derby plunged into the bottom 3. Answer a few questions at the end of this one that will be a touch uncomfortable, John Eustace. Jackson. Harness. Derby players still working hard on a desperate night for them. A chance here, perhaps they have got one back. Jerry Yates with the goal. And it's a goal that won't count. It really does sum up the desperation of Derby's day. Let's take a look here. Just offside, Jerry Yates. Good defensive line held by Queen's Park Rangers. So it's tucked that away. Flag then went up. It was a nightmare first game in charge for John Eustace, I think it's fair to say. With a strong challenge on Smith, and Derby get the throw as well. Out wide, and Jackson gets himself back. He's just trying to do a bit there inside his own half, and he gets the reprieve of a free kick. Touch came off Alfie Lloyd. Brilliant night for Queen's Park Rangers, a brilliant night for Ilias Chair. One stunning strike, and the second wasn't too bad either. 3 attempts at goal tonight, all 3 on target, 2 goals. Ilias Chair at his best. Lloyd turning. Ticking to the final seconds of the 90. He's caught late there. It's a poor challenge. The referee trying to play an advantage, then pulls the play back. 4 minutes to be added on at the end of this game. Tackle coming in from Harrison Armstrong, who's only just come on. Paul clips it in. Can Queen's Park Rangers get a 5th? Cleared away, and offside flag has gone up anyway. Looking for a way out, fighting trouble. Derby just want this night to all be over. It nearly is. A couple of minutes to go. Trickery in that far corner. Mangas and Derby just can't get out here. Bookmine temporarily away, but it's going to come back. Clark with the header. Harness helps it on. Jackson, though, won't keep it in play. Heavy challenge over on the far side as the game is almost at an end. Jackson with the challenge on Lloyd, and he's got himself a yellow card, and Rangers now, you feel, just keep this ball in the corner to close the night out. Unnecessary from Jackson. Left his mark on Lloyd. Queen's Park Rangers have left their mark all over Derby County tonight. A chastening evening for them. Maybe a reality check. And I hope that just bringing in a new manager would change their fortunes quickly. 10 games without a win. Probably trickled down the table. There is the full-time whistle. Queen's Park Rangers have put Derby County to the sword tonight in John Eustace's first game in charge. A huge task on his hands as Marty Cifuentes' side make their move further up the championship table. Ilias Chair the start, a wonderful goal to open up proceedings on 21 minutes, and he'd get another in the second half as well. He gets a pat on the back from John Eustace here this evening. Rookie Sato had scored Queen's Park Rangers' second 10 minutes before half-time. Derby tepid in the second half as Queen's Park Rangers pulled away from them. Ronnie Edwards getting his first goal for the club as well to wrap it all up. A comfortable victory for Queen's Park Rangers, who win for the 7th time in 8 games here at home. As John Eustace is left scratching his head. Derby in trouble, beaten here and beaten badly. Full-time score, Queen's Park Rangers 4, Derby County 0.